having trouble maintaining work boundaries? Build habits to help you find balance. Welcome. This is an 8-minute audio. About 2 years ago, a speaker at a training introduced me to the idea that attempting to separate work from life, as in work-life balance, was unreasonable. I agree. Work is part of life. At a minimum, we spend about a third of our lives working and, if we have healthy habits, a third sleeping. This idea of work-life balance then leaves us with the notion that labor takes away from life and makes us judge ourselves when more of our lifetime is consumed by paid work. Conversely, the saying, if you do what you love, you will not work a day in your life, also sets false expectations. Most jobs are profit and results-driven endeavors. Because of its transactional nature, it is unavoidable to feel apprehension, even when we are passionate about what we do. If you were to, for example, volunteer the same work you do, most of the stress will probably go away because the financial and formal evaluation of your performance will be gone. Additionally, maintaining good time management habits is even more challenging with the pandemic and remote work becoming the norm. Tending to our children, picking up dry cleaning, and filling your gas tank is no longer limited to after work hours or weekends. In the same manner, work time spills into your evenings, making it feel like it never stops. Unfortunately, since we humans are wired to be social creatures, our jobs perceive internal and external pressures feel stressful because the neurons that feed our need for approval and belonging are linked to our pain systems. Setting boundaries is easy. Maintaining them is difficult. To beat this instinct, self-regulation and pursuing internal clarity are essential. Here are a few guidelines you can follow to try to build a routine that allows you for enough play, relax, and recharge time without the thought of work following you everywhere you go. 1. Try to wake up every day around the same time and set a morning routine that allows your brain to awaken gently. For example, you can take time in the morning to center by exercising, drinking your tea or coffee in a quiet space, or doing chores that take you away from thinking about the long to-do list waiting for you at work. If your preference is reading the news, try to do it the old-fashioned way, in paper, and stay away from screens. Checking the information on your phone can easily extend to checking your email and make you miss a precious centering time necessary to start the day right. 2. Set time to start your workday and try to stay away from doing work before then. Also, create a ritual to begin your business day. By following the same steps every day, you will create predictability, which will help you ease into your tasks. 3. Separate time for activities that require focus in your calendar and stick to it. One trick that has worked for me is setting a 25-minute timer while I do thoughtful work. 25 minutes is enough time for me to concentrate, but not too long to feel bored. During that time, I do not allow myself to check any forms of communication and then concede to a bit of distraction time. I often find that I rarely need a break once I'm deep in the work. 4. Separate 2 or 3 blocks of time during the day to respond to emails and resist the urge to look in between those times. Also, practice answering only to those messages that require your input and avoid the replying all as much as possible. Use the like button or other features to acknowledge the receipt of the emails. Unsubscribe from lists and emails that do no longer make sense for you to receive. And use codes like "for your information," "action required," "high priority," etc. on email subjects to assign importance. 5. To manage external expectations, be sure that you're clear and consistent about your available times for work-related requests. Use all the tools that technology provides you: automatic replies, email signature, voice greetings, and be consistent with it. Most people will be okay with the fact that you're out, but they need to know what to expect from you. Try to eliminate the sound alerts and applications on your phone that are distracting when you are relaxing. 6. Decide a way you will communicate with your team and with those that you are serving. For example, you can set up guidelines like, for feedback required within 2 business days, use email. For feedback required needed during the workday, use our Teams chats. For answers within 2 hours, use text. And for matters that require a response right away, call me. 7. Divide your never-ending to-do list into micro and macro lists. Macro is the project you need to complete. Micro are the steps that will take you to get there. By subdividing your macro list into micro lists, projects won't seem so overwhelming. And you will get a sense of completion once you check off the items out of your micro list. It is essential to decide what are the 3 top things you can do today. 8. Allow a 15 to 30 minute buffer between meetings to write your notes and get your follow-up started. 9. Decide in advance what time you will end working and have the end of your workday routine. Reviewing your to-do list is an excellent way to end your day. You will feel prepared for the next day and disconnect knowing that things are more or less under control. 10. If you're a manager, show by example. Do not contact your team after work hours or on weekends. Most email systems now have a feature to schedule emails to be sent at a later time. As I mentioned in my previous article on burnout, the pandemic has caused many to reconsider the value of work as we knew it. Industries are suffering the consequences of people understanding that they cannot blindly comply with the demands imposed by our old way of working. I think that eventually things will settle down, but will we be better off when this happens? I believe that we could, as long as we learn to balance the emotional toll our job has on us, so it does not interfere with rest and recovery time.